Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a video that was requested by one of you guys. They asked if I would do a hair tutorial on how I curled my hair in my profile pic from Facebook, I believe it was. I had done my hair really quick for a wedding that I was going to. It was more of a casual wedding setting. I didn't have to be like super glitz and glam, but I wanted to do something a little bit different with my hair other than doing this, which is absolutely nothing. I took this out of a top knot that I slept in last night, and this is pretty much what my hair looks like. So yeah, I'm just gonna get into the tutorial, show you guys what I use, and kind of talk you through it. So yeah, the two things, okay, I'll go with the three things that I use to curl my hair. One is I just use any sort of claw clip to hold my hair on top of my head. I do it in different sections, so just to hold it in place, I use just any sort of claw clip. This one's a little bit small for my hair, but it was the only one I could find, so it'll have to work for now. And then I do use a little bit of hairspray. This is just by Tresemme. It's Firm Control Level 3 Ultra Fine Mist. It's a non-aerosol hairspray, which can be a little bit tricky to work with curls because getting too much product in can weigh it down, and that's not good because you want them to stay curly. And then this is the wand that I have. It is a clipless wand, and this is by Numi. I believe the name is the Magic Wand. It's not on right now, but it has a couple of different heat settings on a screen right here. So depending on the thickness of your hair, the coarseness of your hair, how tricky it normally is to get it to curl, you can change the heat setting on this, which I really liked. These normally retail, I believe, on their site for $150, but I think I got this for like $30. There was some deal going on, so don't feel like you have to spend a crazy amount of money on a wand. The one I had before this was like a $30 Conair with a clip. I wanted one that was clipless. I just didn't want to have to deal with that, so this is the one I have, but any wand will work. So I have a mirror set up behind the camera, so if I'm not looking directly at you guys, that is why. If I'm looking down here and looking at my hair, it's because I don't want to burn my hand off. So what I do to get this ready is I just turn this on, and it's set at 350 for my hair, and it takes like no time to heat up. It does come with a mitt if you want to use it. I tried using it at first and it was kind of weird for me. Now I kind of use it as like a heat mat for the wand. So right now I have a little wooden table, like a TV tray that I'm using to rest that on. So I don't burn a hole through the table. I'm just resting on that for now. But I'm just going to section off my hair. I generally do it in thirds. I start and I go right above my ears. And I'm always like kind of crazy with it. Like I don't, you know, I'm curling my hair. I'm not trying to look pretty right now, so I'm just going to try and twist it and get it all up and out of the way. The out of the way part is hard. I have layers, and so it doesn't want to go all the time. And the wand is already ready. It just, like, in the time it takes me to get my hair out of my face is how long it takes the wand to heat up. So we are good to go. So I just separate it into two sections and just kind of finger comb. And I'm just gonna take a section about this big in the back. And there's a couple of different ways you can do it. I hold the wand down and I'm just going to start in the middle of the hair and then twist it back as I get to where I want to be. And then I just have the hair flat like this. And I'm going to count to about 10 or so, depending on how tight I want the curl. And then I'm going to catch it at the bottom. And I'm just going to hold it here till it cools off a little bit. And this is just to help hold the shape of the curl. So if you just let it fall, gravity's going to just pull it down and straighten it out. But if you keep it kind of curled up and let it cool, when you let it go, it keeps more of that barrel shape that you had while it was on the wand. So now I'm going to separate this into 2 sections. So they're just about equal because those are 2 sections that I can work with. And again, I'm just kind of finger comb it through. And I like to do them all kind of in the same direction. So these are all going to be going away from my face. Just hold, hold, hold. And catch as best as you can. If you don't catch it perfectly, it's fine. If you have some sort of curl to it, it's better than nothing at all. And you can always go back once you've done your whole head. If you find pieces that aren't as curly as you want them to be, or they just didn't hold the curl, you can always go back and fix them. So don't be like crazy about it right off the bat. So let that go. And then I'll do this last section. So I don't twist the hair. This is how you kind of get the like mermaid curls, is people will, I'll do one for you guys. So if you twist your hair and then wrap it around, you'll see it will create a different kind of curl. So these are kind of like more natural wavy looking in my opinion, you know, once they relax. But if you twist it like this and hold it on, we'll see when I catch it at the bottom, I'll let it cool and I'll show you guys the difference between it. So if you try and keep it kind of flat, it'll give you this more sort of natural looking curl slash wave to it, where if you do this, it gets a little bit more ringlet like. So see how this is super tight and it stays like really, really thin. If you have a whole head of hair of these, they tend to just sort of twist around each other. And that's not really the look that I'm personally going for. So, but if that's something that you would rather do, if you'd rather have it be more like a tighter twist, go for it, but I prefer a more wavy look. So again, on this side, I find that it's hardest to get the back pieces last, so I start with them first, but you guys will find kind of what works for you and like what doesn't, what sort of, you'll get into like a groove with it. This mirror is kind of far away, so I feel like it's inevitable that I'm going to burn myself at some point during this video. There's a bunch of different size wands that you can go with as well. This, I believe, is the 25 millimeter. I think it could be the 33. I'm not sure. I don't think that this says on it. It does not tell me what size it is on it, but there are different sizes. So if you wanted tighter curls, you could get a smaller wand. If you wanted more big waves, you could get a bigger wand. That's really up to you. Again, your preference. This is just how I like to do it. And I'm not curling this like very end piece, one, because it's really tricky, and two, because the ends of your hair are really susceptible to damage. Technically, they've been on your head the longest, or they already are damaged, split ends, things like that. So I try to keep that away from the heat if I can. Just a little tip for you guys. I don't have any product in my hair as well. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. I don't have anything other than like a hair oil, which I just put in my damp hair when I get out of the shower anyway. Other than that, there's no mousse or styling product in my hair at all. So this is all just what the wand is doing. No other magic or craziness. Finger comb this last section. Pull it through. And you see I just kind of twist it. And I do have a little bit of tension on the wand. I'm not just letting it hang. I am putting a little bit of tension on the wand just to hold the curl tighter to the iron. I just feel like it creates a better barrel and a better wave if I do it that way. And let it go. So this is what they look like right now. I'm gonna spray this section just really lightly before moving on to the next section. And I'm probably just gonna speed up this next part just so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do it. Hairspray mist. So I'm just gonna finish it off and I'll talk to you guys as I go along if I think of any bits and pieces. So the last section that I leave out is I take just the crown of my head, so just pretty much the very top. So it's almost like the middle section is the biggest section that I do. And I'm just going to secure this out of the way and then curl everything else. Okay, so I'm going to middle part my hair, which is not how I wear my hair. And I don't really know why I like to do it this way. I think it's because I can be really indecisive and I can kind of flip my part back and forth. So, and I just don't, I don't know. I don't generally like to have it look so neat in the front, like just really catered. So I'm gonna do these separate in a middle part, and then when I throw it over, hopefully it will come together. Sometimes I do it on the side part, you know, like I probably should, and sometimes I do it on the middle when I'm feeling indecisive. So today is an indecisive day. But usually, you know, have someone look at the back of your head, like your partner or whatever, and just be like, can you just pull a section out if it's not curled? Or if you have a double mirror, so you can hold like a smaller mirror so you can see behind you, so you can see the back of your head. That is helpful as well. So my camera stopped recording for some reason, but I just lightly misted my hair with hairspray, and now I'm just going to kind of like zhuzh it around with my hands, just like right against my head, just to get the heat off of my head mainly. Like, you kept seeing me fan myself. It's because I get really, really hot. So now I'm gonna kind of part it where I want it and just kind of zhuzh the curls. I think that's the best word I can think of, but just kind of like tuck them where you want them so that you get the kind of look that you want. So they will kind of separate a little bit, but you can kind of twist them back together. So if they get kind of crazy, just start twisting them where you want them, even if it's not in the same area. Like, can twist these two together, try and get that sort of tamed in there, like that. You can twist together big sections, doesn't really super matter. If you saw, like, I forgot to spray this side of my head, but it's still fine. So now that it's set, I will spray my part and just add a little bit more spray, not too crazy. Like I said, the hairspray can weight down your curls and kind of lose it. My hair will pretty much stay like this. It's just the type of hair that I have. If you have hair that doesn't hold a curl well, I would suggest, you know, starting with maybe damp hair and putting a product in, either a styling mousse or some sort of product that will help support the curls from the get-go, and then using hairspray once you have set your curl. If you have really crazy hair that does not like to be straight, and this is going to be hard, you might have to spray each curl right after you let it go so that it holds. This process generally takes me about 20 to 25 minutes, I think. Let me look. Yeah, it probably takes me about 20 minutes. It's 5:30 right now, and I got a message at 10 past. So that took me about 20 minutes to do. It doesn't take super long. And I think it produces more natural waves. It kind of looks like, not like I was born with this hair, but not like defined, definitive curls. So this is exactly what I do every time. I hope you guys really like this tutorial. Share it if you think anyone else could find it useful. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you then.